Hi, Mark Power here again, your stuttering specialist. And I'm going to talk today about the question of why some people stutter. And a lot of people don't stutter. As a matter of fact, they've been shown, the study has shown that 1% of the population stutters. And that's 1% of any population, any country in the world, 1% of the people stutter. They have measured it in a lot of the countries of the world. So 1% of the people grew up to be adult stutterers, and 5% of the population stuttered at one time in their life. The reason for that difference is about 80% of preschoolers recover by the time they're about 7 years old. So 5% of preschoolers start out stuttering, 80% recover, and that leaves 1% grow up to be adult stutterers. And they're called persistent stutterers in the studies. Also, stuttering has a genetic component. You may know that stuttering runs in families. If you stutter and shake your family tree hard enough, you'll find an uncle or a grandparent or somebody probably who stutters. Maybe you won't, but it does run in families. One scientific study that was very interesting was they found a Pakistani family, an extended family, and something like 80% of the people stuttered in that family. It was a lot different. It was odd, but they were able to take a real good look at the families, and they measured and extracted their DNA, and they found genes that were responsible for stuttering, and they identified the gene that causes stuttering. Now, we don't know how that causes stuttering, but at least we know that people who stutter probably have that gene. Another fact about why some people stutter is more males than females stutter. It's about 2 or 3 to 1 ratio. I guess the males have more of a vulnerability to stuttering than the females. I've always thought that women are pretty strong. Anyway, some people also stutter because they have a predisposition to stutter. As a matter of fact, that 1% all have a predisposition to stutter, which means they're probably born with it. And it's not caused by learning or not caused by parental reactions. The theory that parents cause stuttering was popular for many years in the 30s and 40s and 50s. They thought that some parents called too much attention to their preschool children and turned them from normal speaking preschoolers to adult stutterers. Also, it's not caused by copying another person who stutters. My mom thought when I was young preschooler, there was a kid named Georgie who stuttered. And when I started stuttering, she was sure that I learned it from Georgie. But that doesn't happen. You come into the world with it, you're born with it. You have that predisposition, which means you may not see the stuttering until about 2 or 3 years old, or you may not see it until later in life, 7 or 8 years old. And some people actually start stuttering in their teens or their 20s, and that's more rare. But they have a predisposition. They've always had that predisposition. And maybe some situation puts enough stress on them so that the stuttering will finally come out. So communicative pressure, as I just said, makes stuttering worse, and it also can trigger the stuttering. Communicative pressure may be time pressure, when somebody's giving you not too much time to say something, and you have to get it out quickly. Not good if you're stuttering. Audience size, the larger the audience, a group of people, a larger audience, you feel more nervous and more pressure, and you're going to stutter. This is all from the demands capacities theory that came about in the 60s by Dr. Woodrow Starkweather. And his theory said that stuttering was caused when the demands, in other words, time pressure and audience size, exceeded the capacity of the stutterer. And he's talking about preschool stutterers. So if they had a predisposition to stuttering, when they got into a stressful situation, there was a time when those demands exceeded the capacity. And then that sounds like a good theory to me. So how do we resolve this problem? The treatment I have to offer is called the MPI stuttering treatment, and it resolves stuttering by learning a new way of talking. It replaces your stuttering with new speech, and it trains you how to do that with real-time voice feedback with a throat microphone that sends information back to your cell phone, an app on your cell phone. So this is really why singing works, because you're doing something different enough from your regular stuttering speech. But you can't sing all day, it would sound really weird. So this program produces natural sounding speech using the same concepts as singing. And the new speech is learned by real-time voice feedback, which makes it fairly easy to change the way you talk. It takes about 2 weeks, and you need to work about an hour a day. I'm accepting new patients now. I usually schedule about 2 new patients a month. So there's some information below this video of how to get in touch and to take the next steps. Let me know if I can help you. Mark Power here, and if you like this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe for more helpful videos like this one. Also, be sure to hit the share button and leave us a comment below so that others can benefit from it as well. I'll be recording a lot more helpful videos like this one to help you overcome your stuttering. And if you'd like to be notified, then click on the bell icon below.